Hello, this is Dylan Green, and I just wanted to kind of give a brief update to how things are going with both my life and Cloudrunner 2E. To start, I've been going through my digital media production certificate. I am about to end my first out of 2 semesters, and next semester is going to be a lot more streamlined. 2 of the courses are internship and capstone. I only have like 1 traditional class that's video editing, but I've been doing really well on those classes, so I am jazzed about future prospects in that regard. One of my projects was creating a pitch deck for a Cloudrunner based property. I will be announcing more about that in future updates. But that got me thinking about the 2nd edition of the Cloudrunner tabletop RPG. And with that in mind, I wanted to talk about one of the things that I recently discovered as I was going about the production process, or in this case, I would guess pre-production. It's a little bit different than 1E because a fair amount of content has already been written, so there's going to be a fair amount of transferring over stuff from 1E to 2E. The biggest change, of course, with 2E is like the system itself, so the underlying mechanics are going to change drastically, but there's a fair amount of fluff that can just be ported directly or kind of with some revision to 2E. Same with the artwork, a fair amount of artwork. I will be commissioning new artwork, but a fair amount of the old stuff looked great, and it will be making its way into the 2nd edition of the game. And this is kind of where I get to one of the things that I've recently learned, because I reached out to one of the artists, Peter Saga, and I was informed by their inheritor, or perhaps someone else who's carrying out their estate, that he has since passed away. And this news was quite shocking to me. Peter was instrumental in bringing the visual world of Cloudrunner to life. At the initial Kickstarter, Frank Simmons is listed as the main illustrator. And even though he produced a lot of kind of the spreads that people kind of got that as their first impression of Cloudrunner, Peter did such invaluable work with spot art. He did so much to help illustrate things like analytical engines, steam-powered stuff, clockwork gadgets. His artwork was tremendously valuable, and to know that he has passed is just so heartbreaking. He and I had also a great working relationship. I love the stuff he made for me. He didn't just do Cloudrunner, he did some work on nostalgia as well. We were talking about working together on a project called Strode, and it breaks my heart knowing that we won't have that going forward, that kind of wonderful relationship, working relationship. And I have decided to dedicate the 2nd edition of Cloudrunner to him because of the fact that his artwork was just so special, so unique and valuable, that going forward, proceeding without him, it truly does feel like I've lost something. And I'm sure that the same can be said for anyone else who was working with him, just the kind of unique touch he brought to whatever you were making. And this is also why I strongly believe that the human beings who create the things that we love deserve that kind of recognition, because you don't know if this might be the last time you see them.